Hello and welcome to another Purveyor of Light Photoshop quick tip. Today we've got the perfect one for the fall season. We're going to cover what I call my top secret ethereal glow that I do a lot in the fall pictures. So I'm going to show you how to create it here, but you got to promise me that you won't tell anybody about this because it is top secret. All right. All joking aside, this is what we're kind of like going for. We're getting the ethereal glow, okay? Where we're really emphasizing the magic of the fall colors and the beautiful ethereal of the woods and the leaves and so forth. So we're going to show you how to do that. Okay, so we start out with the stock photo here of fall, and now we're going to convert this into our ethereal glow. Okay, and you're going to find this technique very useful. Even works on portraits and other things. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the background. So Command and Control J, and now we have a duplicate copy of the background. And what I want to do here is I want to blur so we can get a soft ethereal appearance. So we're going to go up to Filter, and we're going to go up to Blur, and then Gaussian Blur. Okay, now the amount of blur, okay, is going to be up to taste, and I'm going to do a little bit heavy-handed here because I want things to show through on the video, but you most certainly do what you feel best. So I'm going to take it up to about maybe 24, something like that. All right. So I want to lose my detail on the leaves and that and have that effect. So I'm going to hit OK. Okay. So the next thing is we need to just do some minor adjustments, and I'm going to do that by doing Camera Raw. So on that layer, I'm going to go up to Filter and then Camera Raw. Now the Camera Raw here, we're going to work with some key ones here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to warm it up a little, because when you make it a glow, you want to have it a little warmer. You want things to radiate. So I'm going to increase the temperature just a little bit to get a little more glow in it, a little more tint in it and the warmth. And I'm going to take the exposure up, right? Because when we do the glow in that, we want it to be a little bit brighter. So we'll put the glow in, and let's see. And let's even though it's very colorful, I'm going to pop the vibrance even more. Okay. So now you could see on how much we're popping this. So hit OK. Okay. So now we have here a very, very vivid. Here we go from here, and we've gone to here. Okay, so now working with the original here, this is again about nature and how things work and sunlight and that. If you were going to have a glow, okay, in nature, like we do sometimes, it's only going to affect the highlights, okay? It's not going to affect the shadows and that. And so we need to take our effect and limit it to just the highlight areas. Okay. So in order to do that, we're going to use a quick luminosity mask. Now, before you run off and go screaming into the night, I'm going to do it manually here for you, so you don't need any third-party software. It's very easy to do. And, luminosity masks are your best friend, especially for this type of work. So, okay. So first things first is I need to select the background layer, the original. And then I want to go up to the channels here. Okay. So I'm going to go into the channels, and you have RGB, red, green, and blue channels. Okay. On the picture of the RGB layer, I want you to hold the Command or Control key and click on the picture. And when you do that, you could see all the dancing ants, okay, in the photo. All right. What we did here, just by this simple click, is we said, give me the highlights only. Select only the highlights of this image. Okay. So now that we have this selected, we're going to go back to the layers. Okay. And on the layer that we're doing the adjustment, okay, we are going to put a mask on it. So I'm going to turn on this. Okay, so you can see here, but now I'm going to apply a mask. And that mask is going to be limited to the highlights. So watch the effect. And there we are. Okay, now, just to see here, now you see how much this is now limiting only to the highlights. The last thing we need to do is just simply drop the opacity down to taste. So with the opacity on this layer, you could come in and I'm down to 32%. And that's very, very tough to see on the video. So I'm going to move it up stronger than I normally would. And you can see how we're getting that ethereal effect. Now, I don't know how it's appearing on the video, so I'm really going stronger. I think that should appear to you pretty well now. So I have it at 67%, which is incredibly strong. I wouldn't do this in real life, but for the video purposes, I need you to be able to see the effect. So the before and the after. Okay? And again, the opacity, the strength, that's a completely up to what you want to do. But you could see, because we utilized, okay, a mask, a luminosity mask of the highlights, we're able to apply this effect just to the highlights. And it makes a very, very beautiful image this way. So again, the before and the after. And I kid you not, this effect will even work very well on portraits and things like that. You'll have a blast working with it. All right. Till next week, guys, you take care.